What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Mandem. You guys miss me? Or you miss us?
Nobody miss you, bro.
Come
Get into the video.
Look, it's been a while, right? It's been more than a week now.
A week, bro, because it's international football.
Man,
Dead,
bro.
We need club football back, bro.
But you already know.
This is the last one, bro, until like what's March? Or something?
March. Yeah, bro. But you already know it's your boy Marty, aka Aquasi, aka Quace, aka Mana.
And you already know it's your boy JB, aka Chom B. You know what I'm saying?
How you doing, bro? You feeling good?
Feeling great.
You don't look great. You look tired.
Arsenal haven't lost in a week and a half, so feeling good.
Yo, United haven't lost in like it's been a while.
Hey, that new manager though,
I'm already.
it's training. I see Rashford put in top training and Casemiro.
Yeah, Rashford's always been putting in them top training clips, you know.
You gotta score though. That's what I'm saying.
But you know, it's an in-game thing, yeah.
Mental.
But yo, we're gonna be switching it up. You know, shorter video today. Just gonna give a little update on things that we've seen. Speaking of which, you know, it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good for Lyon.
Hey,
That's your club, no?
That is my club.
Yeah.
Lyon, oh man, Olympique Lyon. I don't even know where to begin. So obviously the news came out with I saw it from Fabrizio Romano, saying that, you know, Lyon might get relegated, and yeah, that's big, because you know, before PSG with all that money and stuff, like Lyon was like, you know what I'm saying, that was the team that you want to go to.
They still have like the record for most consecutive Ligue 1 titles. 7, right?
Yeah, seven.
Yeah, and that was the team. That team was
stacked. They got everybody. I mean, they still got probably one of like the best academies in, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, world
in football and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if they really go down, bro, like, that would be really sad. And I don't know the full details, to be honest, but I think it's based on money or something.
It's always based on money, so
that they have to pay.
Yeah.
And if basically, I mean, it's not confirmed that they're going down. You know what I mean? They're just saying, like, if they don't pay the money, then they're gonna go down. Basically.
Yeah, there's not like, so as far as I know, right, there's not an actual specific figure that they have to reach, right? It's basically a subjective view that I don't know their actual title name, but the governing body that oversees Ligue 1, right? They determine what teams have the financial capability to actually proceed with, like, throughout not only the season, but, you know, in the future.
Right.
So they're basically saying you've been irresponsible with your money, and this goes, I don't want to say way back, but it goes back to COVID time, where COVID, you know, Ligue 1, like, they stopped their season, so they lost a lot of money. Then after that, they lost some rights, TV rights.
Yeah.
And then individual teams also lost some, like, brand deals and stuff like that. And you know, it hurt the little teams a lot, but it hurt Lyon in a way that, like, it was the same time that they were changing their structure. They had a great generation of players that were getting sold as well.
Right.
So, like, the talent on the pitch wasn't actually, like, good enough to compete. And, you know, they weren't really showing the results. And I think Lyon haven't been in Champions League in like 5 years.
Yeah,
I think that since 2019.
Yeah,
Since the 2019. Yeah, since COVID. Yeah. So it's the on-field struggles, and also obviously the economic struggles, and basically the governing body is like, we don't trust y'all with money, so you guys got to go down to League 2, and yeah, I think they're in like $500 million in debt. $500 million in debt. And I think, I don't know how, I think 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, they got a new ownership, and of course he's an American guy, and we already know how American ownership, American owners, bro, they don't do well. But he's saying that, you know, they've got shareholders, and they've got this and that to provide the amount, but I mean, he's just saying that, you know. But really, they do need all they really need is just like that injection of pure cash. Because like it's not even the debt that because like almost every club is in debt, right? But it's the fact that it's not their economic status or their financial status is not improving, and they're not really showing signs of also improving, like results on the pitch. Yeah, they're doing okay. They're 1 point off like top 4 right now, but January comes, you're probably gonna have to sell guys like Cherokee.
Yeah,
Lacazette's good. Yeah, I think Lacazette's gonna stay. But yeah, there's so many players, especially from the youth academy, that these guys are gonna have to offload.
But they've been selling though. That's the thing. Like
they've been selling.
Like
they've been selling, but it's not enough though. It's not enough.
I mean, listen,
and also you have to like their golden generation. Like half their players got left for free.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about like 2 years ago, like Awar, I think Indobele too.
I mean, Pakistan went for some money, but
yeah, like
compared to the money that they should have,
they're top players. Like Bacola too. He came from Lyon. Like
he came from Lyon.
Yeah, like
I mean, he went for a significant amount of money though.
But yeah, but it's not enough. It's like they need a consistent, injection of constant. You know how like Man City, they're rich, right? But for some reason, they always have a positive like net profit.
Yeah,
they just know how to just sell.
Yeah,
and even though they're buying a lot and they're buying like heavy weighted players, they're selling so much from like their youth academy and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but Lyon, like they don't have the luxury to do that really because like they're based off their youth academy. Yeah, so like you sell what you're basically like known for. Like what's gonna be your attraction to bring in like the
top players?
The top players, yeah, and obviously like the most important thing is the results on the pitch.
Yeah.
So like they're in quite a predicament. I'd say I don't think they're gonna get relegated because it's Lyon. Like they're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way. But it's not looking good, and it's a bad look on French football in general because Bordeaux also had the same issue.
Yes.
And like the long standing like French teams like Montpellier, like all these guys, like they're not doing like Montpellier is 20th right now.
Yeah.
Like these guys have been in Ligue 1 for a long time. So it's not a good look on French football. And I don't want to say French football is going downhill, but it's not. We're not really seeing signs of like, how the Prem is like boom, 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 or like La Liga boom, 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 and they're attracting mad talent.
Yeah,
the French league has always been known as the farmers league. Like either like the old players go there or like.
It's low-key turns to the MLS, bro.
It's the MLS of Europe, bro. Like before it was like the Italian league, that's where like the older players went, but like now the Italian league is very competitive.
It's very competitive.
So now it's like, okay, French league is like, though I'm not saying it's not as physical, it's not as quick.
There's definitely talent there.
It's a lot of talent, don't get me wrong, but that's just because it's France.
Yeah.
France is able to attract a lot of talent.
But then again, you think about it though, like they don't really have like a big name in the French league no more.
No,
like when Mbappe was there.
After Mbappe.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's why PSG or like the whole, the French like federation trying to keep him. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah. He was like
stuff because that's a name everyone can look at. Okay, like we have a French player. Like right now, who was a French player that was in the Ballon d'Or top 10? Nobody really.
Besides Mbappe.
Okay, all right, we can say Mbappe because like he played like last year, but like let's say next season coming up, who you gonna think that's gonna be there?
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, really.
So it's like there's really nobody that's like standing out. You know what I'm saying? Like even at PSG right now, even PSG, like if you think about the stars that they got, who like only I would say Dembele, really maybe Donnarumma. Who else you really think that's like even Dembele and them, you know what I'm saying? You can't really put them as world-class players.
I know he's not like standout, like he's not a world-class player, and his name is not like in lights, but Kang In Lee is probably. But Kang In Lee and Vitinha.
He's good.
Kang In Lee and Vitinha have been their two best players.
I mean, I know that for a fact. I rate them like very high, especially Vitinha. Like he's a dog.
Yeah. He's probably like only. If I would say, you know, he could probably be.
I'm talking about like, you know what I'm saying, name, like
big
like,
name.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because they're good players. They obviously play good for the team. And
like
stuff,
they have the potential to reach that level, but they're not world class yet.
When you think about like names, like you obviously got to put Dembele in there because you know what I'm saying. Dembele played for Barca. He's been like he's up there, and Donnarumma you can say that too. You know what I'm saying? Because he's big, but other than that, really, who are we really looking at right now? I mean,
nobody right now, really.
There's really, I mean, none of the teams, like, I mean, I can't lie to you. I don't think I've watched Hakimi too. I don't think I've watched one French, like, League One game.
I've watched
this season. I've
watched one PSG game and I've watched one Lyon game.
It's like, I'm not saying it's not entertaining, you know what I mean? But it's like, there's nobody really to draw you to the league. Like you're like, oh, I'm gonna go watch. Like when Messi, Neymar, and them was there, I was watching PSG like almost every single time because Neymar was one of my favorite players. Messi, one of my favorite players. Even Mbappe, I grew into liking Mbappe.
Bro, like Lyon had talent. Like even before, like I'm talking about like 10 years ago, bro. Like you had the Ibra. Ibra was at the league, and then you had Beckham even in the league. Ronaldinho was in the league. Yo, like you had big play. I was like, it had that attraction.
But that's the thing, though. You see, right now, like
now that's not there.
And right now, like the only team that could really get those type of players is PSG. Like you know what I'm saying. All the other teams is like PSG's like here, and then all the other teams is like somewhere down here. Because PSG's the only team that can actually pull. You know what I mean? Like,
and before, I mean, I'd say Lyon could pull, Marseille could pull, Monaco could pull.
Yeah, before.
But Monaco, but Monaco was more like, all right, youth development.
I mean, most of the teams are like that.
Yeah, but those were like the heavy hitters, and then I think who was the last team besides PSG to win Ligue?
I think Lille won it.
Lille, yeah.
Lille won it 1 year, and who else won it? Somebody won it recently. I don't remember.
I don't recall.
Somebody won it recently that wasn't PSG. It might be Lille, but I don't think it was only Lille. Somebody else won it.
It could have been Lille. Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was only Lille, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean Monaco won it obviously when Mbappe was there.
Yeah.
That one season, and then
I think it was the season that Pochettino was there and he didn't win it, but he won Coupe de France, or did he lost Coupe de France and won the league though? And he lost two.
No, that was one season he didn't win the league. No, when Pochettino was there, Messi was there for both times, right?
Yeah.
They won it both times.
All right.
I think it was before that because I forgot who it was, but
I'm just confused then.
Lille won it one time, and then I think Monaco won it one time when Mbappe was there, and I think those have been it. Yeah. And every single time it's been PSG.
My ball knowledge lacking today. My bad.
I mean, but
League One is a farmers league, you know.
Nah, I mean, to be honest with you, like me growing up, like I always like wanted to play for a French team. Like I always liked the league growing up. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, when PSG started coming off, I ain't gonna lie. Like even though I went to Lyon on a trial and all that type of stuff, but like I've always been a Marseille fan. I don't know what it is. I think it was mainly the stadium. When I was growing up, I really fell in love with the stadium, and I used to like what's his name? Thauvin. That was my player. You know what I mean? Like I really liked watching like Marseille. You know what I mean? And that was my team. I ain't gonna lie. But then even them two, they never really, you know what I'm saying, got to that, you know what I'm saying, that level. And then most of their stars, you know what I'm saying, they all left. And then, you know, when Payet was there too.
That guy.
You know what I'm saying? Made me fall in love with them again. You know what I'm saying? Start watching their games because it was more interesting and stuff like that. But it's like, it never really stick. You know what I mean? Like how I watch Arsenal every
It's an entertainment factor. It's an entertainment factor at the end of the day. Like,
or like how you watch Barca or Madrid. And stuff like that.
Because you know that, like, eventually it's a level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's not much competition. There's such a huge gap in skill.
Right.
And it's like, you've got PSG up top, and then you've got your Lyon, Monaco, Marseille, and then you've got everyone else.
Yeah, and
it's like, you know, the Prem, even though, you know, you got your Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, kind of, Arsenal, and then you have like, all right, your Chelsea, United, Tottenham, Villa, Newcastle. Then you have like your Brighton, West Ham, like like you have like your tiers, but your clusters are wider, so you have more like competition and it's more entertaining to watch, and it's similar to La Liga as well. Like even though you got Barca, I'm gonna throw Atletico in there, but Barca, Madrid, Atletico. Obviously, we all know it's always just like Barca and Real Madrid, going head to head. But Atletico sometimes sneaks in there. But like the rest of the league is actually competitive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And Italian league is the most competitive it's ever been in like so long.
Like now it's like people just be beating anybody now. It's almost turning to the Prem where it's like
you can't even it's almost unpredictable results. Like the top teams are losing to bottom teams, but
even the top teams like where it's like Juventus and them, like Juventus like a Napoli, like Inter, like Milan, you know what I'm saying? Like even when you play, like when they play each other and stuff, right? Like you just never know who's gonna win. When it comes to the French league, like you always gonna favor like PSG.
It's always,
now Milan will beat like Napoli, and then Napoli go smack like some other team that Milan lost to or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like weird. Like it's almost going to the Prem, but it's like the French league. Like you just going like PSG's gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Just watching this a while.
It's at that point. It's like you're just watching because like you like a certain player, or you like a certain team, or like or like maybe I know you're French and you grew up and watching these teams or something like that. But if you've grown up out of France, like you're not gonna really watch Ligue 1 for the entertainment value like that. As much as I'm comparing it to the other top leagues. Like obviously football in itself is entertaining to an extent, but comparing it to other leagues, and they're all playing at the same time. So it's like why the heck would I want to watch Lyon play freaking like Montpellier, and it's gonna be a freaking 1-1, 2-1 slow game, where I can watch freaking Man City get loose to Brighton, you know what I mean? And like in a thrilling game, and like that's a game that
But it's also like you said before, it's also like the players and stuff that's in the Prem or like the other leagues and stuff, you know what I mean? Like big names and stuff like that. Like you go to like Liverpool, I'm gonna watch Luis Diaz, or like you know what I'm saying, like there's big names that's like, all right, this you already know this player's gonna cook, you know what I mean, or this player's on fire. It's like the French league, like we don't even know like who's playing where, you know what I'm saying? Like I mean the top like maybe like 3-4 teams maybe, you know what I'm saying? But even me personally, I don't know everybody in like Lyon right now, I ain't gonna lie.
Nah,
You know what I mean? I don't know everybody.
I know some of like their youth players, and like some of like like I know like the big names, some of the youth players, and then that's it. And that's how it is for most of the like I can't even name all the teams in like playing in the league right now. Let alone like have like, okay, this player, name the stats, and like you know what I mean. But if it's like La Liga, Prem, Bundesliga, I got you. You know what I mean. But and it's nothing against Ligue 1, but you know what I mean. Again, it's an entertainment value. But if you were, let's say that you're like a big time shareholder, like you've got billions, and you got the chance to inject like money into the league, like where would you start?
Like of any league?
No, like in the French league.
In the French league?
All right. Better question yet. All right. So we're seeing now what we're seeing with Lyon. We're gonna start seeing with a lot more teams.
Right.
With Lyon leaving, let's say they do leave. That's one team that's a generational team, a legendary team that, in and itself, I'd say top 3 most popular teams in France.
Yeah, not for a fact.
You're losing that team. No one, look, to be honest, no one really watches League 2. Like, no one watches League 2. League 2 is going to get eyes if Lyon goes there, obviously, but...
It's a little bit. The Lyon fans are actually like... the Lyon fans are... They're obviously...
The Ultras, yeah. They're gonna do that. But, what we're seeing with Lyon, let's say they do get relegated. Now that's even less money going into the Ligue 1.
Yeah.
Then you're going to see another top team, let's say Monaco, for example.
No.
They don't have as many funds, the TV rights and all this stuff and mismanagement of funds, and now you're gonna see like somewhat like a downward spiral.
But I think realistically though, like,
and obviously I know like it's not gonna disappear. You know what I mean? Like there's always gonna be teams in there.
I mean, obviously that's what I'm saying. I think like if it gets to that point, I think the league would have to find a way to like not put these teams back, because like if they do, it's gonna be bad for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I said like, I mean, obviously it's a business and whatever. Like if you start losing all your top like funds and stuff like that, like the top teams, like, you know what I'm saying, nobody's gonna want to watch. You know what I mean? And like no one's gonna be really interested in the league, and like you're gonna lose more money and lose more TV rights. Like no one's gonna want to broadcast the game. Yeah. None of that, no sponsorships and all that. So in a way, like they're gonna have to find a way to like, okay, listen, I know you're going through this, you know what I'm saying, but we could work this out so you guys can keep playing in the league. That's the only way so the league can go forward.
This gets me to the question I was talking about before. Let's say you're legal and president, like, or chairman or whatever. What would you say needs to be done in order to prevent something like that? In order to prevent a Lyon situation? Obviously, like, if you lower your standards, or if you do, then other clubs that have been affected in the same way have every right to be like, yo, why didn't you do that to us?
Yeah.
So what are you going to change? How can you change it? And it's fine if you just can't be like, if you're just like, yeah, I have no idea, but you know, because that's not our job. But if you have like any inkling of like, all right, what would you do to prevent any more mismanagement of clubs, any like degradation of the league, like what would you do?
I mean, me personally, I think they just gotta find a way to bring more money into the whole. I mean, I don't really know how all that system really work, but if teams got more money to spend, then obviously you're gonna try to get like players, you know what I'm saying, that like of bigger names, of like bigger caliber and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I mean, saying as a soccer player or a footballer, no, if they put money, you're gonna go. Like,
right,
respectfully.
Yeah.
I don't care what you tell me, oh, I love this team, blah, blah, blah. Like, you see it happen, like, 24/7. If they put money down for a big player, they're going to go most likely. You know what I mean? So, like, the league got to find a way to, you know what I'm saying, invest money into, like, these clubs, you know what I'm saying? Like, giving them that opportunity to actually go out and go get some big names. That's the only way. And also, if I'm a player, right? Let me say I'm a player at, like, Lyon, right? And I see like Lyon have like 2-3 big names, you know what I'm saying? Like as a player, as a young kid coming up, you're gonna be like, oh, I look up to these guys, you know what I'm saying? And like I wanna play with them. So even if I get to the league, I wouldn't wanna just leave, you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing that's happening. A lot of players get into the league, you know what I mean, get their debut, they play really good, next thing they wanna leave because like there's like nobody really watching. Like no one's really watching, you know what I'm saying? And like player you want to go to, like obviously everybody want to play in the Prem because the Prem is the biggest league in the world. Like any player that gets the opportunity to come back to the Prem, they're going to do that. So it's like the league got to find a way to like get big names in to like clubs, and they also got to find a way to keep the players that they already get, like the youth academy players, because those are the future, you know what I'm saying? If they all the best players just keep leaving, like how Mbappe just be leaving, I mean, I understand Mbappe, that's his Real Madrid is his dream team, blah blah blah, all that. So that's understandable, you know what I'm saying? But like, if Mbappe's leaving, they gotta find someone else that's coming in. Some of the big, like I don't care who it is, but they have to find the next big talent to bring him into the league, because that's the only way. That's the only way you're gonna keep. You know, I saw you know, I think it was Barca, the president. He said that they were trying to get Yamal PSG. You know what I mean? So if they would have got someone like that, it's not gonna happen. But I'm just saying, like, those are the signs you gotta look for the next big young talent, because like they're taking the young talents from your club, I mean from your league, and then bringing them to their league. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of do the same thing too. Take some of their big players or their best young talent, and then bring them into the French league. That's the only way.
I know you talked about Yamal, but who would you bring to the league, and what team would you bring him to? That's not PSG.
Who's a good shout to bring right now? That's actually kind of tough, because look at that. I mean, the only players really that's out there really is Vinicius Jr. You know what I mean? But Vinicius will never leave Madrid. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's also Haaland. Well, Haaland's not. If Haaland goes anywhere, it's probably gonna be like Madrid. That's the only club I see him really going to, other than like, you know what I mean, other than Man City, because I think he's already at the best club in the Premier League right now. That's a hard question. I really don't know. You know what I mean? I really don't know. But let's learn the comment down below. Like, who would you bring?
Yeah. So who would you bring to the Ligue 1, right? And what team that isn't PSG?
That's a big player, like a big star.
I would do like, like a not Mo Salah. Nah,
but that's the thing though.
He's getting old.
You're saying that. Yeah, that's exactly that's the whole point.
Maybe like a Rodrigo. Is he big? Is he a big name enough though?
I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong, but like,
I feel bad for him because he's on that level, but his name, he doesn't have that big name because he's not out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's not out there.
If you bring Rodrigo to the league, it's just gonna be like some other players.
It's gonna be like a Dembele type.
Yeah. I was like, he's good, but it's like he's not world class. You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk about world class talent. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be like someone like, you know what I mean? They gotta be up there. And right now, I don't. Other than Vinicius, Haaland, Mbappe. I mean, not this season, but like Mbappe.
Those are like the big three. Like,
yeah, really.
This is just
you can't say Messi or Ronaldo. Like, nah, it's
done out. Yeah, that's you know what's crazy? Like this up and coming generation, it's nowhere like the amount of talent.
Yeah,
is nowhere near what it used to be.
Yeah,
which is crazy. I feel like the pool is like very like the young guys. So I'm talking about from like 16 to maybe 21. Mm-hmm. Like there's a lot of talent right there.
Yeah.
But like the 22 to like 27, nah, bro. It's not really. Before, like we'd have freaking Ronaldinho, Iniesta, Xavi, Kaká. Like the same Seedorf, like all these guys like in the same generation.
Yeah.
Like world beaters. Now if you ask like, yo, who's the best midfielder, you like KDB, Rodri, like, who else are you really saying?
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah.
But let us know your thoughts. How would you fix not only the Lyon situation, but the Ligue 1 situation? And also, who would you bring to the league? And what team? That isn't PSG. Yeah.
Look at everybody. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. And, yeah.
We out. Peace.